Hey, this is Julie Reisler. I am so excited to be here with you. If we are new to one another, I am the host of the You-est podcast. I am a life designer, a master life coach. I got my master's degree in health and wellness coaching over 10 years ago. I'm the founder of the Life Designer Coach Academy, and I'm also the author of Get a PhD in You. And I want to share with you today one of my favorite tools. I actually have an amazing guidebook called A Tool Set to Design Your Best Life. These are some of my favorite practices. It's a 7-day workbook to become your You-est You. I'm going to be teaching you a little bit today about one of these tools that I use and that has been really helpful. So I'll just give you a little sense. You can see what I'm talking about. Got all kinds of tools over the 7 days about your mindset, grounding and managing your energy, how to really make sure your calendar, your schedule is reflecting the time that you want to spend on everything in your life and your day, values, your manifesto. And I'm going to be talking today about your mindset. This is such an important tool. So I'll just show you here. This is one that I give you an example of my ways of changing beliefs, of sticky old beliefs and stories that don't work. I'm going to be teaching you today how to do that. And I want to make sure you can see, and I'll also show you the download as well, but you have a space to do this yourself. And so this tool set to design your best life, what I'm hoping for you, my friend, whether or not you choose to use this work, many of the people that I have mentored and coached and worked with, many have gone on to become coaching. Many have gone into my coaching program. Whether or not you do that, I really wanted to share some of the tools, especially as we're in the beginning of the new year, some tools that can really help you to make this your best year yet. And as we know, it's important to start with little baby shifts. So I just want you to imagine yourself, right? Like just you could close your eyes if you want, put your hand on your heart, just really imagine yourself a year from now. I want you to picture yourself a year from now. I'm going to do the same. And just, imagine like your health is at its ideal and optimal state. Your relationships are fluid and feel connected, and you feel like you're really vibing with people in your life, whether it's your partner, your spouse, your children, your family, your friends. You feel grounded, you feel supported. I invite you to also feel into imagine a year from now your business. If you have a business or your career, maybe it's something that you change in your career, really feeling like you are maximizing your potential, you're actualizing, you're using your gifts, your skills. Like I want you to really imagine now, a year from now, how that would feel to feel so connected, to feel like you are really living out your purpose and your higher calling. What would it feel like to feel your best in your body, to feel like you have energy, you're present, you feel strong, you feel, that you have time. You have time for yourself. You have time to do things that are fun and creative. You get to be with the people you love. Maybe travel is in there. So I just really want you to paint that picture and imagine your best self, your best life a year from now, what that would feel like. Where would you be? What would you be doing? Who would you be being? What would you be thinking about? So I'm going to share a really quick story. I have been doing this work, both personal development for the last 20 years. I've been coaching over a decade. I've worked with many coaches. And for me, I use this work myself in addition to teaching it to many of my students. I also still teach at Georgetown University. I'm a professor there in their health and wellness coaching program. So these tools that I'm sharing with you, I use. And about 12 years ago, I got a diagnosis. For those who've ever had any kind of thyroid issues, I was diagnosed with Hashimoto's. And what I'm going to teach you today is all about mindset. I was really distraught and upset. And ironically, I was getting my master's degree in health and wellness coaching over near me, Maryland University of Integrative Health, MUIH. And I was learning about mindset and about, Dr. Bruce Lipton, who I've had on my show, talks about epigenetics, about the importance of lifestyle, of stress of what you're thinking. Really, your energy creates reality. Your thoughts become things, as I'm sure you've heard. And so I could see myself really go from fear and worry and concern. And that did not help me in the beginning when I was dealing with this thyroid condition. And I started working with a coach, and I started using this tool that I'm going to share with you today, this mindset tool, to start seeing my thoughts, the thoughts that were helpful, supportive, life-giving. Those are called growth mindset thoughts. And the thoughts that were what you would call fixed, that were the ones, the throwaway thoughts, like this is never going to change. I'm like going to have this rest of my life. I'm doomed. I mean, really, I had a lot of these difficult thoughts. And through working on my mindset, I was able to really, really shift over time my beliefs, my stories, and ultimately my health, my energy. I have managed really, really well. My doctors are always really surprised to see that I have this diagnosis, because I don't meet the criteria of what they usually see with people with it. And I know for sure, my friend, that it has to do with this mindset work. So let me pull it up so that you can see this. And I'm just going to encourage you, if you don't already have my tool set, let's go to page 1. Sorry, here we go. So this is the tool set to design your best life. And what I would say is you're going to want to make sure you have the new version. It is updated from this year. Just go to juliereisler.com/toolset. We'll have that below in the link. Put your name there. Got a little letter for you. All right. So my friend, we're going to talk about mindset. Let's go to day 1. So I am actually pulling here. If you haven't read the book Mindset by Carol Dweck, I highly recommend reading her book. It really explains, she coins the term growth mindset and fixed mindset, and it's going to help you to really understand what that means. But to just give you the shorthand, you and I, we have over 70,000 thoughts a day, something like that. And many of them, I'm sure are throwaway, are, the kinds that are just like trashy. They're not great, right? They're mind drama. They're the ones that, like, if you really listen to them, wouldn't be the best idea. Many of those thoughts they happen over and over again because they're practiced. So I'm sure you know about neuroplasticity. That is all about what happens in the brain. The neurons, billions of neurons that are firing together, wire together. So when you have a thought or a belief that doesn't serve you, we create these patterns, these grooves in our brains. So we want to start changing that by being aware. The most important tool is to mind your mind, to understand what you're saying and how it impacts you. But the first and foremost thing is becoming aware. It's becoming aware. It's becoming the observer. So in this day 1, in the tool set, you're going to see that I explain what to do, and I'll just walk you through it right now. You're going to make sure you get a notebook, or if you use your phone notes, it doesn't really matter. I personally like writing things, but whatever works for you. And I'm going to ask you to just try to take 5 minutes a day to do this. Okay. So what could work really well is, let's say you stop maybe around lunch and just assess what's happened in the morning, and you do a couple minutes in the evening. There is a sheet for you, which I'll show you. But what you're going to do is you're going to actually tally. You're going to keep track of your thoughts. Are they growth or are they fixed? Again, remember, growth meaning that those thoughts are for your best and highest good. Fixed meaning that they are not helpful or positive, or they don't give you any room for possibility. So here's an example just to make it easy for you. I'm going to read through these, and I'm hoping this is going to help you. And I want you to be thinking right now, okay, what did I say when I woke up? So oftentimes we wake up, we don't even think about it. We go look and, brush our teeth. Hopefully you brush your teeth, look in the mirror, and it's like, oh, I look old. Oh, I don't look so good. Oh, I don't like how my body looks. Like, all of those are fixed negative mindset thoughts, okay, that don't have truth to them. It's just maybe a worn out belief, a story, or something you're saying to yourself. That's a whole nother section that I could teach you about. And I do get into this a lot in my coaching program. And I will be sharing another tool with you that gets a little bit more into asking better questions. Because you could ask yourself something like, why do I have so much energy today? Just asking that question changes things. But let's focus on mindset. So I encouraged myself to go to the gym and I made time for myself. That is obviously a growth mindset thought. Okay, here's one. This has happened to me. I'm being really honest, vulnerable, real deal share. At the gym, I compared myself to the other people on the treadmill and was rude to myself about my body. So if I'm kind of making note of that, that's fixed, right? The minute I compare myself and I feel less than, and I start saying negative, mean things to myself, that's a fixed thought. The woman I met at the gym was so standoffish and I judged her for seeming disinterest in coaching or personal growth work. That would be fixed. I remembered that I don't know what is going on with her and that not everyone has to be interested in coaching or personal development or what I have to say. That's growth. Okay, so you can see this happens all throughout the day. I'm hoping you see yourself in this here. Maybe you don't say these things or you don't go to the gym or you have a different thought, but hopefully you're seeing this as being relatable because we all do this. Right. So I know for me, here's a good one. I was calm, kind, and encouraging when my mom called for the fourth time about a concern she was having. I love my mom to pieces and she has high anxiety and calls often. So for me, managing my mindset with her is really important. I've been working on that for years. And now, because I've been working on how can I be loving and supportive, I don't have the same response, the same stress response. And that affects my body. Remember, stress on it actually puts stress on your what's called your HPA axis, your hypothalamus, pituitary, adrenals. And what happens is when we have extra stress, not eustress, which is good stress, but when we have extra stress, we start to emit more cortisol and adrenaline. That can affect sleep, that can affect health, that can affect everything. So this is really important because it begins with what are you thinking? Um, I calmed down, took a few breaths, connected to the universe, and reminded myself that I'm always right where I should be. I do that all the time. That would be a growth thought. Okay, so here in the tool set is your own little tracking sheet, your turn. So you're going to be able to track your thoughts here. And that's what I wanted to show you. I just want to give you a little bit of a deeper insight into this tool set because it does 25 pages. The other thing is there's bonus You-est cards in the end. If I can find them, I'll show them to you that you can download and print. Here you go. It's also when you get the copy, you'll have that in there. The thing is, you really want to start. We want to start with our mindset. So important, so crucial. And in terms of you imagining your best self a year from now, where you want to be, the ideal you, that you're You-est to you, right? That authentic, connected to your intuition, your purpose, your passion, right? Remember how we started there? What's going to help you get there to start changing the direction of the boat and where it's going is your mindset. It's what's between your ears, right? It's often very challenging, can be very challenging to change this. However, it is doable. And I highly recommend making this a practice for you. It is the day one, it's the mindset. Everything is inside that tool set for you to start working on it. I would love to hear what is the area you're noticing you want to work on most. Please let me know. You can always find me everywhere on social media at Julie Reisler or come to my website, juliereisler.com, and just drop me a note, email me, julie@juliereisler.com. Let me know, what are you learning? What are you seeing with your mindset? What is changing? You want to celebrate the awareness, celebrate you being the observer, celebrate those wins. So important. All right, my friend, it's been such a pleasure to be here with you, to be in your energy, in your viewing time. I know you have other things to do. I really hope this was helpful. And again, make sure you get the updated tool set. It has been completely updated in 2023. Just go to juliereisler.com/toolset. We'll have that below as well. And I'd love to hear how it's helping you. Here's to you designing your best life and being your You-est you.